Hello everyone, you are semi-locked in with TheWonderUnc and I have a video for you today. Not only is the gameplay of 43 and 4 cracked domination, it was a bit of a cracked gameplay from myself. Of course I'm using the Enfield again. Come on now, you know it's the best gun in the game from my last video. But I'm going to be talking about probably like one of the most angry 5 days I've had in my life, and that is with 3 customer service. Now, if you're not from the UK, I don't think 3 is like a global mobile provider network, but it's effectively a mobile provider network in England. I think they've recently merged with Vodafone, and I've been on 3 since I was like a teenager. So I've been on 3 for like 10 years or so now, because my mum just was with 3 and then I just naturally got a contract with them for my phones and stuff like that. But then like really recently my SIM just stopped working, so I asked them what the matter was. They kept on trying to send me like passwords to my phone even though I told them I got no signal. So I was like, what do you want me to do? Their live chat, and then this is where the customer service comes into play. So I was effectively left without any signal on my phone, being able to contact anyone, which, you know, for me is like quite a big thing. I need to be able to contact people. People need to be able to contact me in an emergency. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have to upgrade my phone so that I can get signal. That was like what I just had to do it, right? So I've done that. And then I'm waiting for my phone to be delivered. I'm at work. I'm like, brilliant, you know, I'll wait for my phone to be delivered. It should be there when I get home. Get home, get on the Wi-Fi. Yeah. Your phone's been delayed till next week, mate. I was like, what? And it turns out they blocked it because their fraud team, because it was like a high value device or whatever, their fraud team had blocked it because they couldn't get hold of me via telephone. Bearing in mind, obviously, I've been on their live chat like 4 or 5 days in a row saying I have no signal, like no one can contact me. So they were trying to get hold of me on the phone, so they just blocked the device. So, I mean, I don't understand how I was ever meant to get that phone. Eventually, I managed to get someone else's phone at work to call them to like pretty much have it out with them. And you know what one of the first things they said to me was on the phone? This is the fraud team, by the way. Yeah, no worries. We'll just send you a one-time password via text so that we can like verify who you are, so we can get this device to you. And I was like, I did get a little bit angry, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I was like I just don't understand. Like, are you paid to be useless at your job? You know, this was their fraud team who, you know, who have all this information. They have all the live chats. Anyway, it gets worse from there, by the way. So, phone comes to me, fine, whatever. Because the guy on the fraud team, I was like, look, can we just cancel everything, mate? And I'll just go out and get a new phone and a new contract with someone else. And he was like, well, no, because you still got to pay your old like device. And I was like, I've already got a trade-in like quote ready for like the new phone, so I'm going to send you my old phone anyway. Let me just send it back and you guys can have the extra money because like it's worth more than I've got left on it or whatever. And he was like, no, I can't do that. So I was like, whatever, I'll just give me the phone and the contract and I'll cancel it within 14-day calling off period, and then I won't have to pay you anything because I would have sent my old phone back. Done all of that. Comes to cancelling it, cancelled it all. Yeah, that's fine, mate. You just have to pay us £500. I was like, what? So I went on the live chat again, explained it all, you know, more one-time passwords. It was a honking 5 days. But like the overarching point of this is, like, at what point did companies, or was it agreed that companies could skimp money and cut costs by having just awful customer service? Like, is that not like the most important thing to companies? Like, I've never been this angry. I'm not an angry person, to be honest with you. Like, I find it really hard to get myself worked up about stuff nowadays. I've kind of mellowed out quite a lot from like my younger years. But I've never felt anger quite like 3, because like in one live chat, I got transferred to 5 different departments to solve one query, and each time I had to re-explain myself to this department because they just don't talk to each other and they don't read. That was another thing as well. Was it the returns team that I was trying to get hold of? I think it was the returns team or something like that, to get like my old phone back, or to get the to be able to send back the new phone that I upgraded to. Oh no, that was it. When the fraud team like unblocked my phone, I was like, "Sound, so that's all good now." And she was like, "Oh, I'll have to like get you transferred to it." And I was like, "Can you not just like talk?" And she was like, "Sorry, I don't have authority." And then they gave me the wrong number for me to speak to the team to get my phone delivered. That was it. I was like, I was bamboozled. I was like, hang on, you're telling me that you don't have authority to speak to someone else who works for the same company as you? Like, is that, am I hearing that correctly? Because it doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem correct. This seems wrong. But honestly, like, also, I'm just watching this gameplay in the background. I really did go ham on these guys. I feel sorry for them here. It was, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me that companies can do this and get away with it. Like, it was genuinely infuriating, to the point where now I am no longer with 3. I'm off of that mobile network, so they're not getting a penny out of me anymore. I'm not paying the £500, by the way, because I did cancel it in the cooling off period. I don't know whether that's just something like, you know, like sometimes companies try things like that, don't they? They're like, well, if we just say it, perhaps they won't argue it and we'll get the money. It's a scummy tactic, but that is genuinely how I would describe 3 UK as like the biggest scumbags of a phone provider known to man. And actually, since I've changed, lo and behold, I never had any signal around where I live because 3 are just awful. But now I have signal all the time. And I'm with a network that's costing me less. And pretty goddamn happy with how it is all worked out. Like, and that's the other thing. Everything happens for a reason. Like, I've been wanting to leave 3 for like, God, for ages. I've wanted to leave 3, like, because they just they like charge so much. There's no network coverage anywhere with 3. Like, their actual coverage is really, really poor. So yeah, I've wanted to leave them for like a long, long time, and now perhaps it just needed to be this happening that's like finally pushed me over the edge, and I've managed to break 3, because they really did have my balls in a chokehold. I'm not going to lie to you, right? Because it was just like, I always just wanted to, you know, I've always had a phone with them and stuff like that. Now I own my phone outright, so I don't have to worry about that. I can just do SIM only deals. Like, it's just a lot easier and a lot better for me. So I'm actually quite, in a sense, I'm grateful for how scummy and bad 3 are, because it finally took them just being completely awful and misunderstanding every situation that I was telling them, and you know, leaving me like without. And I have good reasons for why I needed signal for people to be able to contact me, because I'm an emergency contact for like 2 people. I needed to be contactable, and I wasn't, and they weren't understanding it. No one was talking to each other. You know, that is the most hilarious thing, isn't it? That the fraud team, who should have really my whole file, right? Oh, and it's scary the fact that they didn't know, because that's their fraud team. That is 3's team that are protecting you against fraud. They didn't even have my full file up to know that I have been on live chat to their company multiple times saying I have no phone signal because your SIM doesn't work anymore. It's faulty, and the eSIM they tried to send me was faulty as well. They didn't even have my file up to know that. You know, I did actually laugh, and did I feel bad for laughing at the person on the phone? Not really, because it was laughable. I could just do nothing but laugh. You know, when you're so angry, you just have to have a little giggle. When they said, that's fine, we just need to send you a one-time password. And then they tried to almost blame me as well. They were like, well, you know, we did try and get hold of you to do these like security questions. And I was honestly flabbergasted. That's a great word as well. Put it into your vocab, guys. I was flabbergasted. But nonetheless, like I say, everything happens for a reason. Let's bring back the positive spin before we go into host migration and this game ends, because I was just doing so good. That's the positive. Everything happens for a reason. Now everything's sorted out. had a great weekend after all of that got sorted out as well. Happy, healthy family, good friends, good life. Don't let things get you down. Be down in the moment if you need to. The other side, you'll always come out better the other side. That's the main thing to take away from this. This has been a 43 and 4 gameplay on Cracked. I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, shout out to the 5th subscriber on the channel as well. I genuinely am just doing this channel because I just enjoy playing Black Ops and talking about crap that's happening. Thank you.